Jermaine Haley had tonight? I know he started off pretty hot and tailed off a little bit there in the second half production-wise, but it seemed like he was really the one making it go when you guys built that big lead in the first half.
Yeah, Eric. Oh. I've done this before. Eric did a scouting report and did a great job with it, and he kept emphasizing to him in practice that he thought if we pushed the ball, we could score in transition, and Jermaine did a great job pushing the ball.
I know they didn't have Shayak, but obviously a very different result from the last time you guys played them. What was the difference, do you think?
We're a different team. We're playing guys now we didn't play before. We're a totally different team. We're playing a bunch of young guys that like each other and play well together and want to win.
What has Emmett been giving you on the glass recently?
He's been terrific. I mean, honestly, I mean, we were waiting for him to get his first one there for a long time, and he's been really active. He's he's bouncy, and he's long, so he helps Derek a bunch. And then I thought Lamont the second half kind of started to rebound it the way he's capable of rebounding it. We get those three guys rebounding, we'll be a tough out.
What's it going to take for this team to get that zero off the column and on the road?
Win.
What does that mean? I mean, you talk to the players that they're trying to find out why they play so well at home and not so well on the road.
Well, if you want to know what we have to do, we had to win one. That's pretty simple. I mean, you don't have any idea how hard a year it's been. I mean, you have no idea how hard a year it's been. And for them. I mean, they're playing, and then the guys come back, and then they're not playing, and they're playing, and you don't know who to count on. You really don't know who your teammates are. I mean, I give them all the credit in the world for hanging in there.
Well, you talked about rebounding. A lot of the players says that was the biggest difference tonight in what the loss in Ames. Would you concur? Obviously, you did a lot of things well tonight that you didn't do there, but was rebounding the biggest key?
Well, honestly, I mean, in all the years I've been doing it, I think that has been the key. It's about getting more possessions, and I think the turnovers were I think the turnovers were even. So we got 12. Well, no, we didn't. We got 10 more. We got 10 more possessions. I mean, that's what you try to do. I mean, that's what we try to do with the press, was just get more possessions.
I don't know whether you'll touch this one or not, but Iowa State's lost 5 of 7. What do you imagine in a team 2 months ago people were saying could be a legitimate chance to knock off Kansas? What do you think could be going through Coach Prohm's mind right now?
It's a hell of a league. I mean, Oklahoma was struggling, and they may be the best team in the league right now. I mean, they're playing lights out. They go on a 13-1 run against us. It was a pretty good game. They go on a 13-1 run, and then we just couldn't catch them. And I mean, what they did to Kansas last night, was it last night, night before last, whenever it was. I think it's just a hard league, and it's. We were 0-6 to start it. I'm going to give you an example. We were 0-6 in the league to start, and we lost by an average of 2 points a game. That's a hard league.
Coach, the things that Jermaine is doing now, I mean, obviously, he's being more aggressive, going to the basket. Are those the things that you try to get him to do at the beginning of the year, and what makes that light turn on suddenly?
Justin, we didn't know what we were doing at the beginning of the year. We never knew who we had. and you know, I think that was particularly hard on the new guys. You know, one day guys play, then one day they're here, the next day they're laying in on a table, and it's been rough. I mean, I think it's been really rough on them. I mean, you start to be assertive, and then all of a sudden some guy comes back, and now he's the focal point. He's the guy he's the veteran. So you're throwing him the ball, and I just think it's been hard on him, and it's hard. It's hard, you know. It's so much easier to play the game well when you're not looking over your shoulder. And I can tell you that from my college career. You know, my first year I'm looking over my shoulder and in my last 2 years I knew he wasn't going to take me out. I think that's a huge, just the confidence, you know, that, and Jermaine's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Is that option just not there at the beginning because of just so many guys?
Or? Well, we were playing him at point, if you remember. We were playing him at point guard, so you know his job was to distribute the ball. Now he's got off the ball where he can score, and during your tardiness, I said Eric Martin did a terrific job with the scout and continued to say to them for 2 days, push the ball, push the ball, push the ball. And he did a great job early pushing the ball.
This is traditionally a night of goodbyes, but you know, how encouraged you think fans should be about the nucleus of what's going to be coming back?
From the looks of things, when I looked up there, they weren't real encouraged. Maybe they were watching it on TV. I don't, you know, I think the only people that thought that we wouldn't be back were people here in Morgantown or the area. I mean, I think everybody else, I think, you know, the other coaches knew we'd be back. We're going to go get some folks and line up and play. It's just, you got to have guys that want to play together. You got to have guys who want to win. You got to have guys who share the ball. We pass the ball so much. Well, we pass the ball now. We didn't pass the ball before. Makes a big difference.
Following up on the guys that want to play together, is one of your points of emphasis with those guys sticking together, not getting discouraged, not listening to some of the negatives, the naysayers?
I really haven't had to much with those guys. You know, I told them that, you know, that we really honestly haven't been better than most people. I mean, if you started rating talent, however those clowns rate talent, you know, we're just tougher. We have just been tougher. We have had more resolve. You know, talked about the rebounding thing. That's effort. And we've led the country in rebounding. So, you know, I guess the best example is go back to the Kentucky game in the Elite Eight. You think we were better than them? They had 6 first-round picks. But we played well together. We guarded our ass off. We rebounded the ball.
Coach, do you have a grade on Derek's spin move and how he's using it now and maybe the confidence that he has?
No, I think I'm going to have the conversation about what's it make it now, 8 and 6, 14. That's 18 turnovers, I think, in the last 3 games. We gotta slow that down a little bit. He's got good feet. He just, you know, he goes too fast. When he slows down, he's pretty damn good. He just goes too fast.
The fact that he's trying that stuff now, though, is that speak to anything?
The fact that he's what, trying?
The fact that he's trying that stuff now?
Can he do that in practice?
Well, I don't know if he did it.
I mean, I just as soon he practice moves in practice rather than the game.
I feel like you're getting stabilizing right now. Is that helping you manage games with those 2 guys?
Yeah, I think, you know, Jermaine's been really good over the last 3 or 4 games, And Jordan's, I think it takes a while to get used to the fact that you're playing against men. He's used to playing against kids, playing against men, and you can't get away with some of the things that you get away with when you're playing in high school. And he's learned that, and he wants to play. And he understands, if he takes care of the ball, delivers the ball, makes open shots, he's going to play.
Jermaine sit back here, and even in Pee Wee basketball, he's never taken 20 shots. And he did tonight, and you're drawing up plays for him.
We had bad coaching before.
Well, you're drawing up plays for him now that he said that's never happened to him.
Well, he better get used to it. Good hands.
Last question, please. Hey, Bob, just listen to your stuff about, toughness and all that. Is there any difference for you if you go 0-9 on the road and 1-8 in the road?
Is there any difference? We're not talking about the same team. That's the hard part, Mike. It's not the same team. I mean, we've had so many different teams, and I mean, our guys thought they were going to win at Oklahoma, but I mean, I think as everybody has seen, Oklahoma may be the best team in the league right now. They're playing really, really well, and I don't know. I mean, I told you guys this before, but I asked Al McGuire when did he know his program had arrived, and he said when we went into any venue without fear. And we don't. I mean, I think these guys are getting to that point. We've been that way for a long time.
You mentioned the different teams you've had this year. Is this the best one that you've got right now?
Obviously. Yeah. But you know what, John? I mean, you say that, but again, we lost our first 6 league games by an average of 2 points. Rebound here and there, a couple made free throws. This league is hard, and I've said that since we got in it. We don't have a bottom. There's no bottom. I mean, we're the bottom. We're the bottom. We beat Kansas. We beat a really talented Iowa State team today.